Well, how are you getting on? Back for another video out today on the VFR800. This is RH Automotive. Smiling and laughing. As you can see, you got the old top box back on. Hashtag top box gang. Very convenient for carrying around cakes, plates, extra jumpers. Anything you can stuff in there really. So it was a nice day. It was the 1st of March today. The sun was out and it was absolutely gorgeous. So I said it was a good time to start recording a video, and basically a nice day to go for a ride. So yeah, I was just messing around with my suspension earlier. I was adjusting the rebound on it because the guy before me was probably a bit heavier. I don't know how much I weigh. I'm probably around 100 kg, so I'm very light, but when I got on the bike, it was very stiff. Like, there was no give or anything in the suspension when you hopped onto it. It was a bit too solid for me because I don't ride that hard, so I don't need very stiff suspension. So what I'd done was just lowered it a small bit, just let off a bit of pressure using the C-spanner, and just got it a bit more soft so I can actually hop on and bounce. I think it's called sag, suspension sag. You need a small bit of play on it because otherwise it'll just bottom out. There's a guy on YouTube, he's actually very good, very entertaining. He's got lots of videos. I think his name is Dave Moss Tuning. So I was trying to follow along some of his videos just to get an idea, because I'm fairly clueless when it comes to suspension. And I never really had a bike with adjustable suspension either, or else I just didn't want to go messing with it. So I just adjusted it a small bit, and I can definitely notice the difference there now getting on and off it. It's not perfection yet, but it's definitely better than what it was. So yeah, so our nice day is turning into a bit overcast, but yeah, still nice. Having the sun rise in a different part of the sky is refreshing. Gives us a little bit of hope that summer isn't too far away. I've got some other great news as well to share with you. After my very long 7 months on the dole loving life, I finally got called to an interview after many companies just never even bothered to get back to me or acknowledge my CV being sent in. So thank you to all them companies. I found it very difficult to find a job that would actually suit me. To give you a little insight, my last job was a sign maker, and before that I was a sheet metal fabricator. I'd done the apprenticeship for 3 or 4 years and then decided, yeah, it wasn't for me. So I left that and I went to the sign making, which was kind of similar. It was a very skilled trade, and I'm a pretty careless person, so that industry doesn't really suit me, to be fair. So I was basically looking for a job that isn't really retail or dealing with customers, because everything I always had was, you know, working in a factory or a warehouse or a workshop even. And I'm a pretty antisocial guy, so I don't really get on with strangers and, you know, working around the public, especially if I'm representing a brand. So yeah, I applied for a few different jobs. Everything I kind of wanted was out of my reach. A lot of jobs now just require a full license, even if the job doesn't entail driving. Like, they just want to prove that you're able to drive, or, you know, to move a car, or, you know, move their van or do something like that. So I have a full bike license but don't have the car license. I don't even have a permit for a car anymore. That's how much I care about driving cars. Very, very little. So yeah, it's pretty depressing when you're looking for a job for 7 months and nobody's even bothering to get back to you. But this lovely crowd offered me an interview, and of course I took it. And about a week or two later, they finally got back to me. They asked me on a Friday morning if I wanted to start that following Monday, which also means once I received that news Friday morning, I had to do my final radio show that Friday evening. So that's the end of the radio show for me for a while anyway. Sad times. But yeah, the bills need to be paid, the rent needs to be paid, and to be fair, like, living off €203 every week just doesn't cut the beans. Not good enough. You can't really enjoy life. Like, since I bought this VFR, it was a cheap bike, to be fair, but I managed to sell my other bike. I managed to sell the R6 and get enough money together to buy this. and also selling off a load of shit that I didn't need and parts that I don't want. I was able to come up with cash. But then, you know, doing all the nice little bits that you want to do when you buy your new bike, the little parts and accessories. Like, I wanted to get an exhaust for this for a long time, and I still can't really afford it, so once I get my first paycheck, I will definitely be buying a new, louder exhaust. Hear this puppy roar. So yeah, my first week is down. I'm absolutely bait because I'm going back to the 6 days a week. But it's nice to have a bit of responsibility in your life. When you're doing absolutely nothing for months on end, you're sleeping in all day, it's just not healthy for you. It really puts you in a bad position in your mind. You feel like shit, you're worthless. It's quite amazing, the position of a job, what it can do for you mental health wise. And I was severely lacking that. Yeah, it's quite refreshing to be back in work now and being able to afford nice things. I'll definitely be purchasing a new exhaust for this anyway, because I want to get something a bit higher that looks a bit more prettier than that, and possibly a bit louder. So that's next on my list to buy. When I was searching for jobs, like I was going into different agencies and stuff, and there was a very nice lady. She had a very informal meeting with me, and she basically just said, you know, I arrived in with my biker gear. It was pissing on the day as well, so it was probably stinking like a wet dog. And she basically suggested when I'm going to my interviews to wear a suit, which isn't the easiest thing to do on a bike, because even if I did wear a suit under my gear, it would probably end up smelling like shit anyway. And she was basically just saying how your first impressions are everything, and if you go in looking like a dirty biker, you're probably not going to get the job. Jesus Christ, woman, what are you doing? So I didn't have a lot of options when I was applying. But I'm quite happy now that this is kind of a nice job where I'm working in a warehouse, so I'm not really dealing with shitty customers or anything like that. And it's basically like, if you're treated with respect, it's going to be a nice job, and once you get on with everyone else, I mean, like, no job is going to be perfect, but I can tell straight away that it's a lot better than the position that I came from. Car, what are you doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, guys, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Yep. So I do want to keep making videos because I do enjoy them. I'm going to try my best to keep doing them anyway, while the buzz is still going. I'm going to be a lot more tired now in the evenings and stuff, but we'll manage. So yeah, lads, that's really the crack. I'm a working man again. I'll finally be able to afford nice things, to enjoy life a bit more. I do want to start making more videos on photography. They will be coming soon, so keep an eye out and stick around. So if you liked it, hit subscribe and hit that like button, and hopefully I'll see you again in the future. I'll talk to you later, lads. Good luck.